now tuned in to StroopTube TV.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Struble. Welcome back to StroopTube TV. Today we are at Kit Carson in Escondido, and we are here for the 2026 10th annual Daniel Bowe Memorial Tournament, aka DBOE. I'm here with Alex Gerlock, and we are going to be filming a practice round and preview the course for you guys. So Alex, thanks for being here.
Yeah, great to be here. Glad to be able to practice and hopefully share with you guys. So if you didn't have a chance to play the course, you get to see some shots and we'll talk through the plays and see how the course has changed from last year.
This is an A-tier tournament, right, Alex?
Yeah, there's an A-tier and it's a 3-day event. That's standard for A-tiers. I think maybe some are bigger, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday for all divisions. There's 2 weekends. First weekend is for amateurs only. Second weekend is pros and age-protected divisions. It's the biggest tournament in San Diego, possibly the biggest tournament in SoCal in terms of players. 53 MPO players, big field, 23 or so make the cash, and I think the top prize is like over $1,000, and this guy loves to pay out in cold hard cash, so everybody who wins money walks away with money in hand.
We were talking to the tournament director, Mark Veracci. He gave us the caddy book, so we're going to be able to go over that with you, and we are going to check out the course. We're going to see what they've done to it to get it tournament ready. They've added some different tee pads, I've heard, and
there's tee pads, OB lines, some combination holes, stuff like that. It's going to be awesome.
All right, so let's head over to hole 1 and start this practice round.
All right, so this is hole 1, par 3, 335 feet. It is normally hole 5 in the standard Kit Carson layout, but all the holes are slightly changed here, so we're going to go with that layout starting on this hole 1 for the tournament. It's longer than the standard hole, but we play this one all the time. I'm going to throw a destroyer. It's maybe a Firebird possible, but you just need to push one out there and have it fade. There's Mando to the right of that tree. There's OB all along the left and long, and there's some stuff on the right you don't really want to get into, so hopefully we don't. Oh, I forgot to change my shoes. I may change my shoes. It's looking like I want it. If it doesn't hit anything and skips over, it's going to be good. Yeah, that should be a putt. Oh, it skipped right over there. Probably a birdie. Let's go. Maybe I'm not going to change my shoes. I actually might. I might keep them on. Skate shoes are the way to go when you're at a flat course with not a lot of rough terrain.
Good bird to start your practice round.
That's how we want to start the day for sure.
There you go.
No pressure. All right, we're here at hole 2, 418 feet par 4. It's a combination of normal Kit Carson hole 6 and 7. So the basket right there is not in play. There's a Mando to the right of the tree that's next to that basket. And then way down there, there's another Mando on the right. And the basket we're going for is straight up by the bridge. It's not the toughest par 4, but if you mess up the first shot, now you're scrambling to get a hard par. So hopefully we get clean off the tee so we can just get up and down for an easy birdie. I'm throwing this Champion T-Bird. It's pretty straight to overstable, but it won't fade too hard. I'm going to try to pump it out there pretty far. I may adjust my tournament play to lay up shorter with a slower disc. We'll see how this one goes. Yeah, I ripped it over just enough to miss the Mando, so that's no good. I'm going to try another one with this Rock 3. But I will be scoring my first one, so hopefully I can get up and down for par. Oh, no. 4!
Vea, say hello. Hello. Catch Kamakuzis in the building. Yeah, we got Luke over there snagging a disc for us.
This is the drop zone. It's not that hard. There's a tree directly in between me and the basket, but I don't know. It's like 150 or less, so hopefully just a little chip up to get the par with this Toro. That's it. All right, that should be fine. It's a little close for comfort, and I would hope to park it a little closer in the tournament, but this is just fine. Saving par.
Good putt, Alex.
Thank you. All right, hole 3, par 3, 345 feet. We're playing from normal hole 8 at Kit, but we're playing to a new basket that is across the driveway into the parking lot. You can see the other basket shorter. Next one's longer. This place is one of the hardest birdies on the course. It's maybe just one of the hardest holes because if you go for it, you can go OB very easily. I'm going to have to try to go for it, but tournament time, I may make a different decision. You see a lot of people laying up because they know that this is a hard hole. Hopefully we can get a look at least. Oh, I missed my line, and it's going to be OB. That actually, no, that is OB, but it wasn't that bad of a result for how bad of a throw it was. So this hole and a lot of others have an out of bounds line on the left. Normally in practice or play at Kit Carson, this is not out of bounds. It's just this creek bed, which currently is dry, which is nice. You can get your disc easily, but you don't want to go over there because it's going to be out of bounds. And I'm pretty sure my first shot is out of bounds. All right, we think my disc crossed in bounds up here. Maybe, maybe not. I definitely didn't like the line, so lucky if I'm up here. Tournament, I'm going to have to play it more to the right and a lot safer. Oh, I yanked it. But it got in bounds. Not great.
Alex, there's a bird on the basket, dude. That should be a good sign.
Usually it's a good sign, but I'm having a bogey putt here instead of a birdie putt, so we'll see. But this is not what you want for bogey. I just got to really try to drill it. I guess I tried hard enough. I'll take the bogey back to even. It's not the best, but like I said, it's one of the hardest holes. Par is good, so I maybe have to lay that one up during the tourney. All right, we're at hole 4, par 3, 344 feet. This is a temp pad. The normal pad is up there. Basket is practically straight, but there's a bunch of big trees in the way. We have OB is actually pretty close to the basket on the right. Usually I go with the hyzer with a fast disc and just try to make sure I get around everything with a little finish to the circle. This wind is going to make that more difficult, but I think that's the shot. All right, I'm going to throw this overstable Halo Star Boss. Should fight the wind and possibly get a good skip. This is not one of the hardest birdies out here, but it's not easy. That is the line I wanted. If I get past that tree and skip, yeah, that's circle's edge-ish. I can pump it a little harder next time, but I like the shot. All right, my drive got even better than I thought. I'm well inside the circle, maybe 25 feet. Should be making this. But if I don't, that's why we practice. Crosswind. There we go.
Good bird, bud.
Erasing those bugs. All right, we're at hole 5, par 3, 275. This is a standard hole at Kit Carson, except for the basket is currently raised. Usually, even for the tournament, it is not raised, and it's notorious for getting aced. I think this is going to make the ace a lot harder, but it's a pretty stock shot for most players. A few trees have come down over the years that make this wide open. So just throw your favorite shot and get up under the basket. All right, I got 2 Firebirds, a Sexton and a Ryan Jewell. I think I'm going to start with the Sexton. I didn't quite get it over enough. Maybe it was because of the children. But I've made a lot of putts from there. There it is. I just followed through better.
Oh, great shot.
And I nearly hit the pole.
Alex, I'd go with your second one in the tournament. That was way better.
Yeah, for sure. All right, this is not perfect, but I'm just outside the circle. This raised basket almost feels better because I'm uphill a little, but it does cause more comeback possibility. Not if you do that, though. Just got to make them. Let's go.
Should make both your practice birdies.
Yeah, more practice, more better.
There you go.
Shout out Ryan Jewell. We're on hole 6, par 4, 511 feet. This is a standard hole, but it's the longer, one of the longest baskets available. It's across the creek, which, as we've talked about, plays OB. So fence on the left, OB.
And they've just got everything marked with the OB. Nice tight strings, stakes coming up. You got an island green over here.
It is a pretty gettable par 4. You want to be getting this. There's a lot of ways to go there. I usually go with a forehand roller. It just works, usually gets you somewhere to get up and down for a bird. Maybe like 200 or less, hopefully. And I like the overstable Sexton Firebird for this. Little cut out to the right, it'll stand up and just push. And even if it gets to the fence, there's still a decent upshot. Not actually too bad. It was way too right compared to what I planned, but it'll still give me a chance to get a birdie. This is not really where you want to be. I've got a bunch of trees in the way, but there is a hole. Basket's to the right of that hole. If I throw this overstable Toro, forehand, a little hyzer, got to just push it low and through and hope it gets a little finish, but anything for a putt is good from here, I think. That was tight, but I hit it exactly how I wanted, and it even got a good finish. Yeah, my upshot was even better than I thought. I'm parked.
Dude, and you're just
gonna
parked?
have to tap it in. And Struble just
Wow,
got
look
his
at my
first birdie.
tomahawk. Guys, I'm throwing even though I'm not filming my round, but I just got a birdie with this tomahawk from my drive. It was pretty nasty. I wish I filmed it.
All right, we got hole 7, par 3, 286 feet. Standard Kit Carson hole 12. Basket's just over the hill by like the second set of tree cluster. You can do a lot of different things here. There's a lot of headwind normally, but also right now. I usually go forehand, try to get the gap between the big trees by that to the right of that bench, and it just gets under the basket. Well, I didn't flip it over too much. I just undercommitted, but it got through probably to a putt. All right, the undercommitted Firebird is not that bad. I'm just at circle's edge. The wind is a little sketch, but just got to make it. Oh, that's a good band. If I miss that, I'm just gone, and it's a really sketchy comebacker. Drill it. All right, here we are at hole 8, par 3, 320 feet. Basket is in the grass, but aside from a rectangle drawn around it from the gap in the fence and those 2 trees, all the grass is OB. So it's very easy to land out of bounds. And if you do, you have a drop zone shot from like 60 feet or so. I'm gonna try to play it out wide to the right and kind of skip through the fence gap and just settle. If you don't make the gap, you're still inside the circle. A lot of people kind of just try to do that safe play to the right. The wind will be a factor. All right, the wind kind of calmed down, but I'm usually between a Firebird and a Rock 3, which is kind of strange sounding since they're so different. But with the wind, disking up makes sense sometimes. So I'm going to do it now anyway, see how it goes. Okay, I got it out wide right. Is it coming back?
Oh,
yes, it is. Is it getting through the gap? No, it's not. But that is a putt from right around the edge of the circle, I think. Nope. There it is. Nope. That one too. Oh, okay. 3rd time's a charm. All right, hole 9, par 3, 245 feet. This is a DBOE only hole. They have had it the last couple years. Double Mando through these palm trees. Basket is inside of that cluster of rocks. It's really sick. If you can get to those rocks, you're going to be happy. There's OB, path, left, and long. Mando, you have to go to the drop zone if you miss. Not the easiest birdie, but it is one of the shorter holes out here, so everybody's going to want it. All right, the Mando's pretty close, but it's very tight. Wind is strong right to left. I'm going to try to push it hyzer, kind of straight at the pepper tree, and if I get under it to the rocks, that'll be sick. Oh, that's exactly what I was looking for. Sit. Yep, that's a circle putt. All right, 22-footer. Got to be making these. Oh, an inch high. I like the stroke. Layer B all day. Driver putt. It's fine. That's what practice is for. I like the drive. The putts will drop. All right, we're at hole 10, par 4, 465 feet. Double Mando of the middle white looking tree and the right tree. Basket is way down there. It's gettable. People eagle it. Big arms, AB, Drew Gibson, those types of guys. I have had putts for it. I'm going to try for it right now just because it's more fun. And I kind of feel comfortable hitting the gap with a hard shot. But if I'm not inside of like circle 2, I'm probably just going to lay up and take the easy birdie. All right, so I'm going with this Halo Shrike. It's pretty stable for a Shrike, but that means I can hit it hard. I'm just going to try to pump it through the Mando, and if it fades out or flips out to the right, that's just fine. Oh, that's too right. 4! I'm going to throw this flippier disc and force more hyzer so that I can flip into the gap instead of yanking it like I did that. Oh, I didn't. See, again, good if the old Mando was in play. That was actually a rip, but I'm going to have to just take the drop zone.
This is your safe play?
Yeah, I might do this during the turning forehand just towards the rock in between the Mandos and skip out to safety so I can get up and down. That's just like the very safe shot. 250, 300 in, something like that, but better than missing the Mando. This is the drop zone, pretty much standard, but they have this nice D-pad on here. Some years it's been a little sketchy. It's 265 to the basket. I'm going to try to swing it wide with the Toro, land right at the basket, hopefully pretty parked, but I just don't want it to go OB on the upshot. That's going to go OB, but it probably crossed really close to the basket. Unfortunate, but bogey tap in, I think. This is going to be maybe my tournament play, lay up to the right. I'm going to chip up with a berg. It shouldn't fade too much. I want to keep the hyzer just to make sure it doesn't go left. Yeah, that's just fine. I might have to do that during the tourney.
It seems like an easy enough birdie.
Yeah, easier than going for it with no real chance at eagle. Missed the Mando and I'm still 120 short. All right, I'm out of bounds. I don't think I was quite to the basket. So
that OB is so tight.
Faster for bogey.
It's right there.
Saving bogeys, just fine. Can't be making those types of mistakes though. All right, we're here at hole 11, par 3, 245 feet. There's a Mando arrow on the tree that's nearly straight ahead out there. The basket's pretty far right. The fence is OB, which is it's normally not going to play because it's so tall, but there's a gap in the fence in the perfect spot for you to be able to skip out of bounds. So if you overdo it, you can go out. Generally, it's a forehand, hyzer, skip up to the basket, easy birdie. A lot of people are going to birdie this one. All right, I'm going to go with a Sexton Firebird forehand. Try to hyzer it out there and just skip to the basket. I don't know how skippy the grass is. Some years it's not, but it's pretty warm. That's what I like. If it gets the big skip, which it did, and I think it's parked. It might be a little long. I'm slightly long, but it's pretty good. Should be making these. There's a little bit of wind, but we'll drill. There we go. Birdie, back on track.
Good.
Hole 12, par 3, 330 feet. I love the grove here. The basket being to the right, you have a lot of options. These trees aren't too tall. Some people go hyzer, backhand, way to the right. Some people turn it over. I'm going with the forehand. The wind is a little bit strong right now, so it could flip it. As long as I hit it hard on the right angle though, 330, I can get there. All right, forehanding with a boss. It's pretty overstable. I can't really get it flexed much or else it's not gonna get to the basket, so I have to hyzer it and hit it hard. That's what I wanted. Okay, if it's not short, that's parked. Looked almost like an ace run from here.
Sick shot, dude.
Thank you. And I talked through what I wanted to do, and I did exactly that.
I always love when that happens.
And I think it helps. You don't always have to say it out loud, but having that dialogue with yourself of what you want to do helps you do it. Slightly short, so not the ace run I thought. There's a bit of headwind, so it slowed me down. Also plays with this putt, but it's short enough. You just got to drill it. There we go.
Great bird, Alex.
Thank you. Striped it. All right, hole 13, par 3, 290 feet. Normal tee pad for hole 17, but the basket is further off to the right, up on a hill, a little farther than usual. So it plays a bit tougher, even though this is not usually an easy birdie. And there's a lot of trees in the way, so not a gimme, but there will be a good amount of birdies for the pros. Going with this trusty Halo Sexton again. Little hyzer, punch the gap, skip towards the basket, give myself a putt. That's what I wanted. Will it get the action? I think it got the action. I should be really close. All right, a little short, but I think I can make this disc work next time. Just gotta make another putt, 25er, if that. Oh, in is in, baby. Corner pocket. I don't know how that didn't hit the cage. Today's my day. I just gotta carry this over to the tourney. All right, hole 14, par 3, 390 feet. Normal tee pad for Kit Carson 18, but instead of one of the many baskets they have available, it's a new basket in the gazebo to the left. There's a lot of pillars that can block your putt. If you just miss your putt barely, it'll slide on this concrete like circle's edge. Or you can hit the pillar in a weird way and give yourself a big tester for par probably. All right, I'm gonna throw this Halo Strike again. I can afford a little more turn than I had on the double Mando hole earlier, but really this just goes far and I want to be able to get far enough to putt. That might not turn enough. It did not, but try this flippier Wraith. Commit to the flip. Might be too high, but it's looking pretty good. For my tournament play, I think I have to lay this up, but I'll give you guys a putt after. I'm gonna make sure I can lay it up properly. That's what I wanted. Now I'll go for it. That was pretty good for a run that didn't hit the basket. Lay up right to the pillar or to the curb, and it's an easy tap in. Hole 15, par 4, dogleg right. It's combining hole 1 and 2 from the normal Kit Carson layout. So you have to pump a shot either out there straight, maybe a little right if you can get it, and then around the corner, pretty much backwards compared to our first shot. So there's a Mando up there, and then once you get in there, there's more OB lines. So it's a little treacherous closer to the green. So I'm going to go with a forehand because we have a big tailwind and this ceiling really plays. But I've historically had good backhand turnover shots here, so I might try that second. A little wider than I wanted, but if it swings back to somewhere behind the tee pad, then I have a look. So I don't know if I can hit the line I want, but usually I can get it to hold the turn and land near the tee pad for normal hole 2. That was maybe on the tee pad for hole 2. It's pretty windy, head right to left, but the basket's on the right, so this forehand should swing around the corner. The wind's gonna hurt it a bit, and it's not easy from here, but the Mando gap is pretty big. I was probably undercommitted, but if it gets through, then that's safe for maybe a putt. Should be at least a par. A lot of bogeys on this hole, so par is not too bad. So this is a little bit of a sketchy run. I might have to play it safe, but I have 2 putters, so we'll try to make them both. That could have gone out, but we're good.
Oh, yeah, the OB
Standing tall.
is right there behind the basket.
Nice catch. Oh,
It stayed safe. No, it stayed safe.
thanks. I mean, nice. All right, hole 16, 486 feet, par 3. It's standard Kit Carson hole 3 for the long position. It's down there. People get it, 486. I'm going to try, but it's not that easy to birdie. There'll be a few out here for each round, probably, with the top players. All right, I'm going with this Halo Strike again. It's a bomber, but it's got some bite to it. There's a bit of wind. It should hopefully cut through it. Let's see if I can get over the ridge at least. I hit that pretty nice, but I can see the stability kicking in a little early. Too high for that angle. So now I'm going to throw this, hey, or flip your rate, commit, maybe lower, more hyzer, just pump. If it flies out, that's bombing.
Oh, that could be a look at eagle. He got down there.
I got up here pretty far in terms of an easy upshot, but there is OB long a basket. There's these logs in play. I kind of like the forehand, but this should play better for hill action. Berg, just float on in. I think I'm parked. Close enough.
This is such an easy birdie for you right there.
Except it's a par. There's only a par 3 for the tourney.
Oh, well.
For a tournament, it's par 3. For regular layout, it's par 4.
Where'd that second one end up?
Probably shorter than I thought, but...
Oh, right here.
Bro, that 100% is my longest drive ever on this hole.
Yeah, that's pretty good. How long is this hole?
I think it says 486 or something.
You're
this
like
is
a foot short of
the farthest I've ever gotten. I might as well putt it. A little high.
You'll make it in the tournament.
Yeah. A little tap in for par. Or not.
He did that on purpose for the vlog, guys.
Yeah. Count it. All right, hole 17, par 3, 471 feet. Can't see the basket. It's off to the right a bit. There's a big circle of rocks. It's pretty cool. OB line on the right side all the way along the brush. It's a pump. It's gettable. There will be birdies out here, but not too many. All right, I'm going to backhand this Halo Strike again. It's been getting a little bit stable on me. I think this can work. There's usually a crossing headwind. That might do it if it comes out of it.
Hook up.
Looks like I clipped 3, which was probably going to be OB.
Wow, great shot, Alex.
He said great shot, so maybe not, but he might not know where the OB's at.
It's the OB line. Alex made it back inbounds.
Barely.
Drive.
Just outside the circle. Be sick bird. Come on. Let's go. I'll take that deuce all day. That's an eagle normally, so I'm stoked. I haven't actually had a 2 on this in a while.
That was a sick putt, dude. Wow.
All right, we made it to the last hole, hole 18, par 3, 296 feet. Plays as an island. This grass here is inbounds if you lay it up, but usually that would happen with just an accidental shank. If you miss the island off the tee, there is a drop zone in the corner. It's maybe a 50-footer, or wait, 60-footer. You really just want to park it. The island's fairly big, 300 feet. For pros, we should be making this. So let's get it. All right, I'm going to throw this old, somewhat flippy Toro. Goes pretty straight on a hard backhand. It's hard to throw it too far here, so I got to rip it. If it fades a little, I'll be in bounds.
What do you need?
I think I'm in bounds. Putting from outside the circle, maybe. All right, I'm throwing this overstable Big Beat AVR. Kind of similar shot as the last one. Just actually may fade more. It is fading more. Is it far enough? I think so. Yeah, maybe that's the
and parked. It's Alex's player B drive right there. Parked. Is that the tournament play?
I think I might actually throw that during the tourney. It's good wind resistance. It glides more than the Toro, and it fades more, strangely, for being a putter. All right, I'm outside the circle barely. It's a little bit longer than you want in this hole, but inbounds is fine. Try to make a putt. Oh, close.
All right, dude. Good
round.
Good practice.
Solid practice. Couple squirrely moments out there, but I overall shot pretty well. Looks like I shot a 6 down, which is solid. I think 6 to 10, it puts you near the top couple cards for the tournament. So if I can do that, at least all 3 days, obviously, but 2 out of 3, that might be in the cash. So let's see if I can improve and take some of the notes that I've made today, bring them out to the tournament, and shred it.
Shout out to everybody who had a hand in making this tournament happen.
Everybody who helps out is the reason that we can have these types of tournaments. Mark's great at getting people together, and everybody loves this tournament. So shout out to Garrett Geis, Mike Daglio, Joe Sanger, James Wooten, Michael Homan, Scott Miller, Jeff Nichols, and Jamie and his 2 kids.
The course looks great. The boundaries are very well marked, and the additions to the course and the changes they made are pretty awesome. So, yeah. Well, anyways, good luck in the tournament, Alex.
Thanks for having me.
Yep.
Please like and subscribe. StroobTube TV. We'll keep coming out with more content.
Hell yeah. Yo, good shout out right there. That's going to do it for this video. Stay tuned to StroobTube TV for more, and we'll see you in the next one.